Hi everybody, greetings from the Fulton Theater. Well, actually it's my home office, but Marc Robin, artistic producer from the Fulton Theater. We wanted to reach out and let everybody know what we're doing in this really bizarre Twilight Zone episode that we're living in. We sent out a press release last week, but we wanted to follow up with this, which is to say that we are hopeful that perhaps, if the world lets us, we will unpause our season starting in August. It is our current plan to reopen our production of Kinky Boots August 11th and then run that for 3 weeks. And then in September, do our run of Titanic for 4 weeks. Then in October, going into November, do a 5-week run of Jersey Boys. And then opening Cinderella, which will now be the new opening of our next season, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. As well as move our Groff Studio series, which is Whipping Man, would open in August, and Fun Home would actually open in October, as well as all of our family theater shows. So we're hopeful that that timeline will work, and if it doesn't, obviously we will make another plan. But people have been asking, folks want to know, and we want to let them know as soon as we know what our current plan is. How does that affect our current ticket buyers? Well, it means that we are literally unpausing our season and moving your tickets to the exact corresponding date in the new time slot. So if you always came on the first Tuesday night, well, then you'll be guaranteed your same seat on that first Tuesday night. And if it doesn't work for you, because obviously they're in different months now, we will absolutely work with you to make whatever exchange you need or deal with you as your specific circumstances need it. Our box office is hopefully going to go back online as soon as we're allowed to. We're hoping maybe May-ish, at which point we will mail out all the new tickets and receive phone calls at that time. In the meantime, we are trying to keep up with as many questions as we can currently while we're closed, but we will have far better access. You will have far better access from us, hopefully coming sometime in the 1st of May. But until that time, we're guardedly optimistic that we will be able to move our entire season and then pick it up. For those of you that read what our next season is, what that means for that season is that Phantom, which was to open our season, is now going to close our season. So we'll open with Cinderella and close with Phantom. So we are still honoring all of that. It's really important to us to try as best as we can to give you exactly what you expected from us, but hopefully be able to do it with your understanding that obviously the world is dictating for us to move them forward. And if the rules change, we'll change with them again. But in the meantime, that's what we're doing as far as the art at the Fulton goes. What are we doing in the meantime until we get there, other than going stir crazy? We are working on trying to find a way to get into your homes through this lovely social media network. This coming Thursday, we have a concert that is going to be something where all you have to do is go to our Facebook page at 7:30, and we're going to do a duets concert where many of our sort of Fulton favorites, couples, have put together videos specifically for this event, and it will be hosted live through Facebook by Jeff Kuhn, who will share all these videos with us. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. But it's sort of like a cabaret from the Fulton in a way, just to see some of the people that we love and hopefully engage you in the arts, because we sort of miss having you in our building. We have lots of people that including Katie Sina and Andy Kindig, David Jeromo, Heidi Kettenring, Blake Stadnick, who was recently in our production of Newsies, who many people know now because he's playing older Jack on This Is Us, and Ann Tolpagan, who starred in Next to Normal. We're really excited. There's also dance that we're doing. Mark Stewart from Mark Stewart Dance Company and Jamie Verazan will be doing a performance. Jessica Lee Golden and Blake Zeleznikar will be doing a piece. So check it out. It's this coming Thursday. Again, it's at 7:30. And then look forward to other things like that from us over the course of the next few months. We have another cabaret that we're working on. And for those of you with young children, our education department is in the process of putting together a story time with the Fulton, where we're hoping that twice a week we'll be reading stories for children. so that you can plop your young ones in front of the social media device that you have, and we will read stories to them, and perhaps you can go watch the TV show you want to watch instead of watching Frozen 2 for the 400th, time. In the meantime, we are trying to also be responsible stewards of our community. So we are in the process, thanks to an unbelievable donation that we are so grateful for from Ed and Jeannie Arnold. We are able to buy some equipment that will allow us to turn our shop into a facility that can actually create the mask shields, the medical shields for our community, as well as our costume shop is in the process of reaching out to all of our stitchers so that we can join the amazing team of efforts by so many people of making hospital gowns and masks. Because when it's time for Lancaster to have its sort of peak of epidemic, we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to help support our nursing homes or our children's hospitals or whatever our mayor needs. I have talked to the mayor and said this is something we want to do. We're also opening up our housing to any visiting physicians that need to come on board later on when we need it. We're opening up our trucks to be used if there's medical transport. So in the short term, we're trying to actually focus on what we can do to be involved in our community in a non-theatrical way. Other things that have been coming up is somebody asked me recently, why aren't we just videotaping our shows and doing those live stream, because it's happening a lot. And I have to tell you that honestly, it sort of goes against everything I believe in as someone who puts on live arts. I feel that the responsibility of an artistic organization that puts on theater is to make sure that we are doing the two components that matter the most, the live actor and the live audience. And even if you film it and they both exist, it doesn't have the same impact. The number of times that you can see something live and then you see a video of it and you're like, wow, it felt so much more important to me. So no, we are not going to, currently we are not going to videotape our shows. We're not releasing the videotapes of our archives. First of all, there's enormous reasons why we can't from a contractual standpoint with our unions, etc. But we want to stick to doing live theater and we're committed to doing that. And when we are free to do that again, we will absolutely participate. But until then, we're going to try to find a way to be creative and to engage you this way. And we are also completely aware, because we are part of a much bigger conversation. I've talked to many artistic directors around the country. I've participated in conference calls, with the NAMT organization, where over 170 people participated. We're all going through this together, and we are all hurting, and we are all desperately having conversations about how are we going to survive this. Because of you, and because of your patronage, and because of your donorship, and because of all the support, we are able to come up with a plan right now that will allow us to get to the other side, to perhaps take this time as a non-for-profit to find a way to give back to the very community that's allowed us to do what we do in the first place. So to that end, I've been writing my staff every week. I have been giving them sort of weekly updates of what's going on since we're all sort of sequestered. And this week, I want to share something that I wrote to them that I'd like to sort of adopt as a philosophy, if it's at all possible. I told them that I'm going to be, I'm reading this now, that I'm going to be asking all of us to share this message within our community and encourage others to do the same. I call it the 3 Gs. Give thanks, give back, and give hope. Give thanks for the ability to live in a community that supports all the different art forms, a community that knows that theater is absolutely necessary, no matter what the governor or the government classifies us as a non-essential. The arts are absolutely essential. But right now, our health and what our community needs is to concentrate on the health of our community. And when we are all healthy, then we will get back to the things we need in our lives to live our best lives. And I promise you that the arts are absolutely essential to do that. Sorry, I went off script for a minute. Apologize. Give thanks for the friends and family that are reaching out in these troubled times. Give thanks to finally having the time to do all the things we never have time for, even if you just sit on your couch watching Mrs. Maisel. Give back Find ways to repurpose whatever you have in order to give back to the community that makes it possible for us to do art in the first place. Retrofit your shops or your garages. Reach out to your neighbors. Call on your volunteers. Use your trucks, your housing, and any other means for your local health associations. Be there for the community that is always there for you. And finally, give hope. Give hope that we will all get through this together by working together, finding the light together, and believing that, as it always has been before, that the arts will survive. That's how we're choosing to live through this crisis. That's how we're choosing to engage. Anybody that knows me knows that, you can always find something positive no matter what the situation is, no matter what the horror is around you. As a result of this, we will learn as a country to be better citizens, better friends, and to appreciate things we've never appreciated before, even if it means walking by that house that you've never noticed before and go, wow, they really care about the roses in their front yard that you never took the time to notice that they even had. So right now I'm encouraging my staff to smell the roses and to breathe safely, notice everything, and don't ever take for granted again that hugging somebody is a privilege that we no longer have, and I can't wait to have again. So that's our update. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this. Please stay healthy. Please know that the Fulton is so grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and we are sending you nothing but love and health. Thank you.